living in California, some people have asked me about the Gavin Newsom recall coming up on Tuesday, which I think is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Well, this is Sunday evening, actually. I voted early by mail, and I voted not to recall. Because compared to what the investigation of former Governor Andrew Cuomo found, I don't see much of any reason to recall Newsom. At least these bags are numbered. Yeah, it's another one. I don't think I'm going to try to build this now, though. I mean, this is a big set. Jeez, look at this. Anyways, something to look at while I'm talking to you. 5 bags of parts. Okay. As I said, I don't see any reason to recall Newsom. I'm sure there must be something more than simply Republicans wanting to get control of California again. I'm laughing because I have 5 bags of Lego parts in front of me. Wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger a Republican? I'm laughing too because I have a story about Arnie. When I was in college, I saw a copy of Spy magazine in the store, and I was leafing through it. Under the heading, "Uh-oh," they published a photo of the gubernator, full frontal nude, back when he was a young bodybuilder. Supposedly, he threatened to sue the magazine if they printed it. Well, they printed it. According to what I was able to learn, not that I really cared, but supposedly some bodybuilders would do what they could to earn cash because they spent nearly all their time in the gym rather than at the job. And if that meant posing nude for money, some did it. You could probably find that picture online on the internet if you're interested. So I won't go. I'm not going to show it here. I'm drinking ice water. It was warm today. Okay, back to Newsom. Something I do appreciate is his stance on COVID-19, the COVID-19 pandemic. California was one of the first states to attempt to control the spread of the virus. There was a time even when Newsom issued a stay-at-home order for most Californians. I stayed home. I did most of my shopping online, and I allowed myself only one trip to the store each month. I did what I could to try to stay safe. This was before I was vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated now. I have been since April. Okay, at the beginning of this past summer, the state saw another surge begin. It would be our 4th. But it peaked around August 15th and has been in decline since. It was much smaller than previous surges, and part of that has probably been because of vaccinations. Statewide, 68% of the people here are fully vaccinated, and another 10% are partially vaccinated. That's pretty good. In Santa Barbara County, where I live, 56% are fully vaccinated. Now, there might be a new surge beginning. It's too early to know for sure, but the last 7 days has seen an increase in test positivity. The number of deaths from the virus is small here, but it has been increasing. There were 6 deaths this past week, and most of the infections and deaths are up in the northern part of the county. I live on the south coast area of California. And I can't help but wonder, because I've been watching college football games, and the stands are full. I mean, in some cases, the arena is full. Thousands of people in there, and no one wearing masks. I hope those don't turn out to be super spreader events, because you have people yelling and screaming, and their mouths are wide open, and they're inhaling and exhaling a lot. Well, no. I wonder if some of the surge might be because of people going back to school that maybe shouldn't be, college students. Anyways, getting back to Newsom. I know I should continue with that. California also has a good record of environmentalism, fighting climate change. I like that about Newsom. As far as the vote, according to a CNN survey that I saw this week, about 2/3 of California want him to stay as governor, and about 1/3 want him removed. Other polls say the race is much closer, but Newsom is still projected to keep his job. California is overwhelmingly Democratic. Supposedly the Republicans, I heard this on the news too, the Republicans are already preparing to claim the election was stolen. If the outcome isn't what they want it to be, what are they going to do? All kinds of recalls? That stuff that they did, where was it, in Arizona? Now, there are issues here in California, of course. Nearly everyone knows about California's problems with wildfires, forest fires, etc. Thankfully, there are none here in the Santa Barbara County. But I do worry because a fire up in the mountains can affect the high voltage lines that bring electricity into this area. We've lost power before because of fires. The electricity can be off for hours sometimes longer than a day. Now, I know given what we've seen come out of like Louisiana, New Orleans, what the people have been going through there, power off for a day is not a real hardship, but it's something I'm not used to. It was off a couple of weeks ago, but only for about 20 minutes. And when I went outside to see if it was off elsewhere, it was down toward the east. There were already trucks on the road with blinking yellow lights, so they must have been there planning to do a task like replacing something up there. What do they call those things? I forget what they call them. And therefore the power was off. Evidently, we weren't notified the power was going to go off, but it was only off for 20 minutes. So, and what I did in case the power does go off, because I like to keep informed, I like to know what happens, I bought one of these wind-up radios. So it's got a crank on it. This is a Midland, and I bought it on Amazon, and they're not expensive, $50, $60, something like that. Got a crank on it. And when you wind it up, you charge the battery, and supposedly for something like each minute of winding, you can get 8 to 9 minutes of a radio listening time. There's also a solar panel on the top, so if it's daytime, you can put it out in the sun and charge the batteries. I've used it a few times. I don't need it often, but it's nice to have it when the power does go off. Water here is also an important issue. We're seeing another drought at the end of our rain season. Our rain season is from September 1st through August 31st. So in this last season, which just ended end of last month, we had received less than half our normal rainfall, less than half. And the local reservoir here is slightly more than 50%. I think I saw 51% the last time I looked. And according to the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, we will probably see below normal rain this season too. The state might need to make some expensive decisions, such as building desalination plants. They're expensive. It's an expensive way to get water, but if the ocean is our only source, what can you do? Now, I will be watching the news on Tuesday to see how the voting is proceeding. The one exception will be between 8 and 9 o'clock in the evening. That's the season finale of Lego Masters. Have you watched that show? I love it. It's getting me into Lego. For the final show, the 3 remaining teams can build whatever they want, but they must incorporate some sort of lighting effect. That could be exciting. So that's about all for this kitchen vlog right now for this time around. So thanks for watching.